Thank you for joining us for Meatless Mondays again. Today, we are going to make a super tasty vegetable lasagna. So let me finish cutting up this carrot. It's almost done. It's very labor intensive, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. Alright, carrot's done. Now, I have a pan that I've already preheated. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. There we go. And we're going to add all of our vegetables to the pan. In it goes 3 chopped carrots, half of a Vidalia onion, 1 whole head of cauliflower chopped up, woohoo, and broccoli. Now, if you can find these vegetables already chopped in your grocery store, please feel free, save yourself some time, and use the already chopped vegetables. I just happen to have some that were already laying around whole, so I just went ahead and cut them up. So we're going to leave these vegetables in the pan to cook for about 7 minutes. And in 7 minutes, we're going to add a container of mushrooms. It's about 8 ounces. And we're going to add 1/4 cup of water just to let them get really, really soft while they're in our lasagna. All right, if you come over here, we're going to start with our ricotta cheese flavor. There's going to be a yummy white ribbon of delicious creamy cheese running through our vegetable lasagna. I don't know what tastes better than that. So we're going to add a full 32-ounce container of ricotta cheese. Let's get all of that cheese out. All right. Okay. To that, we're going to add a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of basil. I'm going to go ahead and shake that in. That looks about right. A teaspoon of thyme. I'm going to shake that in as well. We're going to add a teaspoon of minced garlic. I choose garlic that's already minced in a jar because I am no swordsmith. I cannot mince the garlic to save my life. So we're going to go ahead and take some help from the prepared brand. And then we're going to use fresh cracked pepper. You can use already packaged pepper if you have it, but fresh cracked pepper just releases really great oil into your cheese mixture, and it just adds that much more of a punchy flavor. And then we're going to go ahead and add a teaspoon and a half of sea salt. We're going to dump that in, and we're going to mix this up. And it's going to turn out to be a really interesting color green, but it tastes phenomenal. So we're not going to let that color turn us off. Let's mix all of that in. I can even smell the herbs in it already. Very good. So we're going to get this mixed up. We're going to sit this to the side. I'm going to take the vegetables off of the stove and get started building. Now, one thing that I'm going to use, this is called my eco-friendly version and my time saver. We're going to use no boil noodles. Don't use water, save water. Don't need to boil them, save the time. So we're going to go ahead and lay it in the bottom of the pan. And I stack about 3 in the bottom. On top of that, we're going to add fresh mozzarella. I used an 8-ounce package of fresh mozzarella that I chopped up. You can also use the mozzarella in water, totally fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer about 4 pieces in there. On top of that goes our vegetable mixture. Now, it's much easier to just glob it in there with your hands, but it's hot and we don't want me to burn myself, so bear with me. I'll be a little slow adding them with the fork. So we're just going to sprinkle the vegetables on top of our mozzarella cheese. Wow, this is just so colorful. Kids love anything with lots of color. So you can trick them into eating all of their vegetables with all of these beautiful colors. Tell them it's a pretty forest inside of their lasagna. Alright, on top of that, we're going to add our shredded cheese. This is shredded yellow and white cheddar cheese. Sprinkle that on top. And then we're going to add our ricotta mixture. We're just going to dollop that on, and as the lasagna cooks, it'll spread out. So, just a dollop across the top. There we go. Just a little more for good measure. And then spaghetti sauce. You can use any spaghetti sauce you want. I'm not really partial to spaghetti sauce. As long as it tastes good and it's on sale in my grocery store that week, that's what I'm using. So right now we're using Prego Traditional. And you're just going to pour that over, and then start building with our layers again. I just wanted you guys to get a look at what this looks like as it's building. I'm just about to put the final layer on, and just look at all the beautiful colors. Lasagna's out of the oven, and it looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and cut into it, and let's see how it tastes. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I make lasagna, my first piece is always a little funky looking. So we're going to give the ugly piece to my son because he's going to make a mess anyway. And then hopefully I can dig out a pretty piece to show you guys. Alright. Yep, there's the ugly piece. Okay, come on, pretty piece. Oh, this just, my goodness, this looks amazing. Okay, wow, look at that. The cheese, wow. That was yummy. Okay, let's dig in. Look at all of that cheese and vegetables. You do have to let your lasagna sit for a second. I let mine sit for about 15 minutes before I cut it, so that I would still have gooey cheese, but not a runny lasagna. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.